All right, welcome everybody to the pod. Today we got the Merrimack College football team. We've got starting quarterback for next season, Meehan. We've got Rajahn Cooper.
Sure.
We've got Bertin Placide, Jason Compoh, and we've got Bryce Ricks. So thank you everybody for coming on today, and thank you all. I appreciate your time. So
Yes, sir.
I want to talk about the program, but first I want to kind of get each of your individual stories. So first, just tell me where the passions for football started. I'll start with you, Cole.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've been playing since a young age. Growing up in PCL, playing Philly football, I mean, it's where I kind of loved it. Once I started playing high school, just games started moving faster, and it's where I felt my love for the game. So,
Oh, the PCL were like Bud Clark,
yeah,
Kennedy.
yeah, I played them, but I played them for basketball, though, but
So you play basketball too?
yeah, I did play ball, but
So you played both of them in high school?
yeah, I did. I played Bud Clark, a couple other big guys, but tough league, weren't the best, but we tried.
Top league, yeah.
Yeah.
Rajan, what about you?
Similar to Cole, I started at a young age. I started at like 6 years old. My mom, she was big into sports when she was young herself. So she wanted to really instill that into me and my brother. So I played a bunch of sports. I did football, baseball, basketball, and track. I did karate. So I was always a super competitive person, and I love football from the start. I think one of the first games I fell in love with was 49ers Super Bowl against the Baltimore Ravens. That kind of like kicked off my love for the game.
100%. And so you played all these sports. When did football kind of prevail?
Football prevailed, I would say, right when middle school was ending and high school was starting. I started to come to this point where I had to make a decision. I want to start to focus in on either one or two sports, and that was that for me. I was really good at football, so I was like, I might as well just lock in on football.
Gotcha. All right. Burton, you have a hell of a story with basketball and football as well.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about that, where the passion for football started, and kind of tell me about your basketball career too?
Yeah, kind of different.
Sorry, special shout out to you for helping me set this up.
Not for sure, no problem. Kind of different. Yeah, like I didn't start playing football till high school, but I did play. Like I didn't play in high school. I mean, I played 7th, 8th grade year. That was a little fun, but like that was like little playing with my guys, playing with my homeboys and stuff. But when I got to high school, I just stuck to basketball because my oldest brother was a basketball player. I wanted to be just like him, so I played basketball all throughout high school. I ran track my senior year, but I really loved basketball. Like basketball was my everything, and then ended up finishing high school, didn't have any basketball opportunities. So I got luckily somebody knew me and thought I'd be a good football player. And I just took the chance with him and started training with him. And then he gave me an opportunity to go to a school in California. And then ever since then, I like grinding that stuff. So once I got the opportunity to play football, I feel like I wasn't that good. So I started grinding at that. And then the fruits of the labor came in and I just started playing and I got good. So I think that's a blessing right there.
Oh, so you played football in high school?
No, I played 7th and 8th grade year.
And you didn't even play in high school. That's crazy.
No, I didn't play high school.
So you went to go play basketball in college?
Yeah, I played both basketball and football in college. And then once I started getting some love from football, I just was like, all right, basketball's over with. So kind of quit playing basketball.
Can you tell me about the transfer a little bit? Because I know you played at Tennessee Tech.
Yeah, I was at Tennessee Tech for a year, 2 years ago, basically. But I transferred here this past summer, came here. But that little process was, Tennessee Tech was a nice little spot for me. But my coaches ended up leaving that recruited me there. When my coaches left, I stayed throughout the spring to see how the new coaches was going to be. But like, I didn't think we was on the same page with what I wanted to be in my football career. So I ended up transferring. Then Merrimack gave me a call, Coach Gennetti and Coach Gaines. They had me on a visit. I loved the man scheme. Kind of brought me in here, told me what it was going to be. And then it was closer to home. I'm from Jersey. So being all these places, I've been far away from home. So I finally got an opportunity to be able to drive home. So I was like, it was a no-brainer for me. And I just been here ever since.
Awesome. Jason, how about you? Where did the football passion start?
I started playing when I was 7 years old. When I was a kid, I was kind of a troublemaker. I got into like a lot of fights and I was just kind of being aggressive. And someone at the school recommended that I start playing football. So I came back home to my dad like, I want to play football. I had another friend who was going to do it too. And then just from there, I started out and it was fun. And, as a kid, you don't really take anything too seriously. But my dad, he hated like doing anything halfway. And he was like, if I'm going to come out here, get bit by mosquitoes, watch you run around in pads, like I want to see you, getting first in all the sprints. I want to see you beating everyone even in the warm-ups, everything like that. So my dad really just sparked my passion for the game. And It's just like continuing me and pursuing my dream now to this day.
No. How about you, Bryce?
Yeah, similar to Cole, Rajahn, and Compoh here. I played young. Uh, I grew up in a football family. Like I got a couple family members in the NFL, so having that always like around me, and my older brother playing and my older cousins playing. I was the youngest cousin of the group, so it was only right for me to play football, and uh, started at a young age. Grew up, fell in love with it deeper and deeper as I got older, understood it more, and high school is when I really like fell in love with it, I would say. Yeah. So
Love it. How about you guys tell me one thing that you think everybody should know about you outside of football? I'll start with you again, Cole.
Uh, one thing outside of football that people should know. I don't know. Pass it on to somebody else. Let me hear what somebody else got to say.
say, say I'm a good guy. I just try to be involved as much as possible. Throughout my, community here or even back home. Here I'm on the leadership council on our team. I'm for this next year going to be one of two presidents for the student athletic advisory committee. I'm a part of the affinity council here on campus. So I try to be involved and, try to do as much as possible. I'm also in a Team Impact. It's a nonprofit organization. I'm on the executive board and I'm a fellow. So yeah, just trying to, look out for Merrimack, this community, and people as much as I can.
Awesome. And Cole, I want to come back to you real quick.
Yeah.
Because quarterback, I mean, there are only so many quarterbacks
Yeah.
in the world. Like,
Yeah.
that's dedication. And
Yeah,
obviously,
it is.
all you guys, dedication with the D1 athletes.
Yeah.
But quarterback, I mean, there's only so many in the world.
Yeah, it is.
How tough was that growing up? Like,
Yeah.
having to be the guy?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, but I mean, if you want to do good things, it comes with pressure. So, I mean, once you learn to be comfortable being uncomfortable and just being ready to compete at all times, I mean, that's really what you have to be ready for. I mean, in high school, you have to compete to get the job. In college, you got to compete to get the job. So, I mean, it's all about grit and just always working hard and just being there. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
How's it kind of like shaped you and your identity, or how's your identity kind of shaped your ability to kind of deal with that pressure?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. So, I mean, it's more just like confidence in yourself. I mean, you have to be confident. I mean, every quarterback's going to throw an interception, but it's about what you're going to do next drive. So, I mean, that's really where you like learn those values, and you have to be confident in yourself. Just play the game and just control what you can control. I mean, if you're competing for the spot, control every single day what you can control. You can't control what the coaches think. You can just control what you do on the field. So it's really that.
Okay. Bertin, how about you? Something outside of football or just anything?
Honestly, I'll say like I feel like I'm a big jokester. I feel like I'm always laughing or something like that. I don't think most people know that. When I first got here, I don't know if these guys knew that. I was kind of quiet to myself, but once I like break out my shell, I feel like I'm a big jokester. So I would say that's something that I like to make jokes and fool around. So yeah.
Love it. And I know you have your own podcast, right?
Yeah, I have my own podcast too. I'm gonna get a couple of these guys on here soon, so
Nice.
that would be nice.
Where did that start? Like, where did you kind of get the passion for that? Is that
Kinda.
always something?
I don't think it was always a thing. I think when I was growing up, I always liked watching ESPN, like stuff like that. I wanted to be like Shaq and them be on TNT and just joking around doing stuff with Charles Barkley and stuff. But like when I was at Tennessee Tech that spring semester before I transferred, I had a class and it was like, we're starting a podcast. And I was like, we're starting a podcast. And I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And then I was just sitting down, just thinking about I was gonna make the name and then do stuff like that. But I made a name called Undiscovered. I was like, it's kind of like unique because like my story's unique. So people who have unique stories just come out here and just give me a little breakdown with their story. So that's where it came in that class, and I just been running with it ever since. I started like shooting episodes and breaking down the editing and stuff. I was like, damn, I actually like this. So, but like, yeah, that's where it really came from.
Well, Jason, how about you? One thing outside of football, what would that be?
I'd say I think just me and my relationship with God. I think that's a big part of me. My dad's a pastor, so I always kind of had that in my life, but obviously I come to like find my own relationship with God. And I just think that's just like really the best thing in my life. And the more I like steer away from that and like what I'm doing, like if I put football over him, I find that like, everything else kind of falls apart. So that's what I say.
Okay, so you take care of that relationship with God, and He takes care of you in all other facets of your life, kind of.
Yeah, like I think like my relationship with God is not so much about like what am I doing for him, like what good things I'm doing, but it's about like how he takes care of me every day in like ways that, you might not even realize, but you sit down and the fact that I'm in the situation that I'm in today, I think is just like, a testament to, how God is, has a purpose for me.
Love it. How about you, Bert?
Yeah, for me, so similar to Jason, actually, like I feel like my end goal is to help other people, right? I think the plan that God has for me is to help other people. Like me, my major is health science. So I want to help other people reach their goals when it comes to food, because I'm a big food guy too. So it also helped me out. But yeah, a lot of people don't know, like my family, like we have like, it dates back like old history of like health problems. So like I feel like God put it in me to help them. I want to help my family. I want to help other people reach their goals and just become healthier, you know?
Love it.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you feel that that's kind of the purpose.
Yeah.
Love it. I want to talk kind of about like playing for a bigger purpose, and maybe does faith play a role in all of you guys' lives?
Indeed.
Absolutely.
Indeed.
Awesome. So when did that start for you guys? Has it always been a thing? Has there kind of been a come to faith moment, like any of you guys?
Yes. Um, Before I was in high school, I wasn't all too religious. I wasn't all too religious. I couldn't tell you where my belief in God came from at that time. And then I remember my senior year was, leading up to senior year, I was, having thoughts, questioning everything. Is God real? How does God work for me? And then I remember my senior year, I went to a different school. I transferred into Red Bank Catholic, and we would do FCA every Friday. And I would go to FCA, and it would be really good. Everybody would share their testament, and just share their stories in general. I think that it really opened my eyes up and just showed me what God would do for me every single day. And just like Compoh said, it's not like I'm just asking and I just receive all the time. It's like the little things, like waking up every single morning. Like I'm extremely blessed to wake up, go to sleep, wake up the next day. That's like amazing within itself. And I think that ever since my senior year, I've really grown closer to God. I've had a better relationship and I pray more. I do a lot more. And so, yeah.
Love it. Anybody else have like anything to add on that?
I kind of say like me even going across the country to school. Like I feel like that wasn't even like me. I feel like that just like it happened. I feel like he kind of just like gave me the opportunity. Like I was at home just working and just doing my own thing, like getting ready for like just start my real life. And then I got opportunity like to go across the country and play like football, like and play basketball again. Like I took a whole year off. Like I was doing nothing. So like he said, like I was at FCA at my school, at my JUCO, and like a lot of stuff was going on in that transition. Like not everybody know, but I lost my brother going into that school. So like that happened, and then like I'm in a whole different part of the country, no family to call. Like I could call family, but nobody to go back home to. So I was like, a lot just happened, and I kind of like started to lean on him more. I was like, brother, like I'm going to FC every Friday. My coach was like really like big on God and everything, and he kind of took me under his wing. And then I was like just like leaning on him the whole time while I was there, because like I couldn't go home. Like California was like a flight away. So I think that whole moment I just kind of was like, damn, like I need somebody to lean on. I kept like trying to get in my word and just reading and stuff like that, and just build a strong relationship with him.
Love it. Love it. Does anybody have any like favorite verses they lean on? Or?
Go ahead.
I like Matthew 4:4. Man shall not live on bread alone, but on every word that comes from the mouth of God. And I like that verse because like sometimes like when we think about man shall not live on bread alone, like we don't just need the physical things of this world. Like sometimes we can get caught up in like trying to earn success. And if you're thinking, if I get this much success, then I'll be satisfied, like I'll be good. And like just saying that, people are thinking, no, I'm not gonna think that. But then we think about like, yo, if I become this football player, like that's my life goal. Like, if I, lock in with these grades and my fitness goals, then like boom, like that's life. I'll be good in life. And then I think like that verse just reminds us it's not just about the things physical, but it's also about the things spiritual.
Love it. Bryce, any you had one?
Yeah, for me, mine is in the book of Proverbs 3:5-6. It's trusting the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding, but in all your ways submit to him and he'll direct your path. You know, it gets real easy for us to like trust in ourselves, but like our strength does not come from ourselves, it comes from him. And it's just, I feel like he has a plan for all of us. And we just have to acknowledge him first, and he'll direct every direction that we go. Yeah.
Anybody else have like a specific verse or just overall?
Yes. My favorite verse is John 1:9, be strong and courageous, for the Lord is with you wherever you go. I mean, I just think that verse says it all. I mean, it just reminds us that just be strong and courageous because Jesus is with us wherever we go and he has our back. So through it all, he's right there with us and just reminds us that he's always with us, like no matter what we're doing. So
I love it. Any you guys have specific ones or just overall? Just
Overall, I kind of like the one the honey said. Kind of like that one too. Proverbs 3:5.
I love it. I think we got some great stuff there. I want to ask a little bit of a different question. What kind of music do you guys listen to? This is a question I always like to ask people because I feel like it's a really good one.
well, I'm a big rock and roll guy. Like I love the rock and roll of Dire Straits. I like just anything in that. Yeah, just rock and roll really.
Love it. How about yours? Zach?
You know, anything, like people wouldn't really guess that. I have a really diverse music taste. I listen to anything from like rap, rock and roll, country music, R&B. You know, recently I've been more on like a R&B wave. I grew up listening to a lot of rap. I've been getting tired of it, so I've been R&B kind of guy.
When you say R&B, is it like are you talking about like Drake or are you talking about more like away from the rap?
Either or. It could be like Drake. It could be like Tevin Campbell. It could be like something old. You know, I'm just a music person. I like listening to music.
Love it. How about you, Greg?
I listen to a lot of different genres, but honestly, my favorite artists are like Rod Wave and Kodak. But like being here, I ain't gonna lie, they got a lot of DMV players on the team, and I've been bumping some of their music lately. I've been leaning on that a little bit too recently.
Love it. What kind of Rod Wave? Like the
My favorite Rod Wave song is Long Journey. That's probably my favorite song. I like a couple of the others, but my favorite one is definitely Long Journey. So yeah.
love it. How about you, Jason?
I used to listen to a lot of different types. Like I used to love Afro beats, rap. I get some like jazz in there. I think lately I've been like diving deep into like the Christian rap scene.
Okay.
And I think it's just finding all the variety that's still in that type of rap and like just like being able to have music that you can like agree with the message fully, because I think sometimes in our music we will just like ignore the message and it's like super easy to, but just being able to like actually agree with the message that's being said in it, I think is cool.
Love it. Any specific Christian rappers?
Oh,
Because I know a few.
well, okay, so I'll probably say De La Cruz. Not a lot of them aren't very well known. I like De La Cruz. I like Jet with a lowercase J. I like Keon Boone.
Yeah.
You know him?
100%.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's getting more famous. One more, I like I've been getting into a new dude, his name is Dro, Dro.
I think I've heard of him.
Yeah, yeah.
You know Lecrae?
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
He got
Yeah.
Kendrick mentioned last year. So
Yeah,
He's probably the most popular one.
yeah.
How about you, Bryce?
For me, I would say my favorite genre is Afro beats. I'm West African, so like I always love getting connected with my culture and stuff. But Afro beats. Recently I've been getting into reggae music too. Love R&B, old school R&B. I'm an old soul, that's what you know what I'm saying. And then rap too. Raps.
Love it. Any favorite rappers? Because I'm not gonna lie, I listen to a lot of rap.
Mm.
So, like, do you guys have any other specific rappers?
I mean, my favorite rappers, I would say like T Grizzly, G Herbo. Who else? Who else is up there, man? Yeah, those are probably my two favorite rappers. But my favorite Afrobeat, man, gotta be Wizkid. Wizkid is so
Okay.
he's like that, man. Oh my god.
All right. Did you say?
Yeah, I was gonna say G Herbo. G
Okay.
Herbo is top 2, and he's not 2. G
Okay.
Herbo is
Ah.
really good.
I like
G
it.
Herbo is really good.
I like it. Okay, talk about a little bit something else. What's everybody's favorite memory at Merrimack so far? John and Jason, I know you guys have been here for a bit. Bryce, you've also been here for a
I've been
bit.
here for a while.
For
Yeah.
second year, right?
Yeah, going
Going through your
second
second
year.
year, and this is your third.
You're going into my third year.
Okay. So what's your favorite memory? I'll start with you, Rajahn, since you've been here for a bit.
Okay, my favorite memory. I would say, you know, just coming in, maybe it's just like nostalgia, right? But for my freshman year, it was a really good time. We had some really, really good guys here. We had a really successful season. We went like 8-3, made the championship game. So I remember like that whole year, like the vibes were just high, in terms of school, football, life, like everything. I felt really good that year. And I remember that was just a whole good time in general. Not like a specific moment, but like that whole year was really good.
Love it.
So yeah.
How about you, Jason?
I don't mean to make the moment about me, but it's gonna be my favorite moment is this season, during the season I got hurt and I was out for like 5-6 weeks, and I was told by the doctor, like, yeah, I don't know if you're gonna be able to come back to play. And then he was like saying, like, if it wasn't for it being your last year, I would have called you out for the season already. So I'm like grinding, trying to just limping around, trying to get my ankle back right. I'm able to come in for the second to last game, which is way earlier than they thought. I'm still like beat up. I can't really do much. I'm not even like starting. I come in for the last game, senior night. I'm able to make some plays, and on my very last play of college football, other team, they were driving down trying to get the game-winning field goal, and I get a strip sack to close out the game, my very last play.
That was against Fordham, right?
Yeah.
That was a great game. That was a comeback.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that's awesome that it comes from your last game, last snap.
Yeah.
Awesome. Right, how about you?
Yeah, me for sure. I would say definitely a memory from my freshman year in 2022. Well, I would say like similar to Rajahn, like my whole freshman year was like great. We had a great team, man. I came in, I was the only freshman D lineman that was recruited. And man, the meetings that we had, oh my gosh, I would never trade them for anything other in the world, man. But I would say definitely the away game that we had against Duquesne. After the game, we won that game. It was really close game, man. We drove, it was a span of 2 days. We drove 12 hours to get there. We won, and we all jumped in their pool after the game.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's definitely top five.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Bertin, how about you so far at Merrimack?
So far, I kind of have to piggyback on Jason. I feel like the Fordham game, he was down. We have a lot of seniors on this past season, like a lot of seniors that was like a major part of the Merrimack program, like building up to where they are now. So like us being down and not like the season didn't go how we wanted. We wasn't having a winning season, but us to come back and like really finish it off for the seniors and like have them finish off with a win. I felt like that was just a good moment because I just met these guys, but like I still like these are my guys. Like, I love these guys, so I was like, that's a perfect way to go out. And I was just like, that was just a good moment. The vibes were high. It was just a good day, just I think in general.
Well, yeah. Cole, how about you? I know you got a lot of time ahead of you. You're starting QB now, but looking back so far, what's your favorite memory?
My favorite memory is probably last year, Central Connecticut. I think that was homecoming, right? That was homecoming. Right?
No, that was after homecoming.
No, but it was just a late night game. It was a game-winning field goal, so it was just super nice. It was good seeing the guys get that win. So thought that was a big one. That's probably my favorite memory so far.
I love it. Why should recruits come to play football in Merrimack? What do you guys think? Anybody have anything specific?
Yeah, I just think the culture that we have here, I think like this is the tightest I personally feel that our team has ever been. I think we're all brothers with each other. Like we all come from different places, but we're all just so close. Like we're just a great group of guys and just want to play this game together and we just want to win. So that's why.
I love it. Sorry, no, I want to talk about Coach Gennetti a little bit, but what's your pick?
I was gonna say no, exactly. To Cole's point, you have a great group, great tight knit group of guys. Where I think that from top down, you can have a conversation and sit next to every single person in the team, whether that's a teammate or a coach, and have a conversation with everybody. Not only that, but like this is a hard working group of guys. You know what I'm saying? So if you come here, like you're gonna just come here to work. It's no bullshitting around. So that's the biggest thing right there. I think that when you come in here, you're gonna have a family, and we're all about street business. So
I love it. Bertin, what do you think?
The pitch they gave me was just like opportunity, man. The pitch, that's what they gave me, opportunity to play. Like the rotation, you're gonna get opportunity. It's just about what you do with your opportunity. So just coming here, putting your head down, working, and just being ready for when your number's called. Like my number wasn't called till week 3. My number was called. I think I did the best what I could. So I think just coming here, putting your head down, working, and just being ready when the time is ready.
I love it. How about you, Jim?
Yeah, I'd say the family factor too. I just feel like, and even now more than ever, like I feel like everyone really just like actually likes each other. I mean, from what I experienced in our own position group, like everyone is like friends, and I just feel like we just have like so much fun together. And I hear of like dudes like who transfer out, like saying that like, man, it's not the same. Like the family's not the same. It doesn't feel like as close as it was. And I just feel like, I don't know what else I'll be able to find that, has like this kind of connection, like anywhere else. Like I feel like it's just like a one of a kind thing. Like we can have so many good moments every day. Like we take them for granted. We can't even remember them. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Right. How about you?
Yeah, for sure. Man. This is definitely like a brotherhood. Like I done created real brothers here, and from past to present. Like even in the like just this past spring, man, it was getting a little chippy out there. But like we need that. Everybody wants to get better, trying to gain off of each other. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely a tight knit group of guys, man. Also like what I can't remember who said it, but like we came here to work. Like this ain't the place to be flashy and like we real hard nosed, ready to work every day. So
Sounds like a special place and a special program in all of you guys' minds. What role do you think Coach Gennetti has played in that? Start with anybody.
he definitely the top dog, man. He really don't play. Sometimes he might let us off, like, but he snapped back to reality. He'll pull us aside, like, you got to do. Like he'll tell you about yourself when nobody else will. He definitely will tell you about yourself, no matter who's around. So he definitely plays a big factor in that, keeping us like intact and jealous together.
Okay. So he's hard on you guys, but is there more to that? Is he like, as a leader of men, not just being hard on you guys, but being there for you guys?
Oh yeah.
Does anybody have anything to comment on that?
I just say like I feel like in no way does Coach G like foster any sort of like toxicity into like our team. Like not even by accident or anything. And most coaches you can say like, yeah, a little bit, maybe that's not, but I feel like he's always coming from love. Like you feel how much, he loves all of us. And I feel like he's like pushing that same love, like for us to like give to each other. And, even when he's like, trying to figure things out or we're stressing him out crazy. Like I never ever once felt like he didn't want to be here, Yeah.
And so he's the guy who's established this culture, right?
Mm.
And obviously all of you guys together, you established that culture, but he's the leader. So you think he's done that?
Yeah.
For sure. Oh, it's every day we had like during meetings we talk about like the principles of this program. We call it fast. We got family, accountability, strength, and toughness. So like we embody that every single day. He's instilled it in us. So yeah, he definitely holds us together with that, and he always tries to elevate the standard for us.
Awesome. So, and what do you guys in your times being here? What do you think has been the biggest growth point of the program? What do you think is growing for Merrimack football over the past couple of years?
For I would say like since I came here, we were like I think 3 years out of being Division two. So I would say one of the biggest things is like a skill over the players. When I first came in, I saw some guys where I'm like, yo, I'm like, I don't know. So as the years went on, we've gotten some better players, bigger, stronger, faster, and all of that. So as this time's been on, I've just been, seeing better guys come through the program.
I think our leadership culture has grown a lot, and I think to the credit of our head of strength who like is focused on us as a football team. I feel like he's helped us really define what it means to be a leader. Cause like a lot of the time you don't really know what that means. You just think it means you have to talk the most and you have to be the center. But I think he really helps like grow our leaders into knowing like that it's just way more than just, yelling at people and just trying to be the top dog. But it's actually like about sacrifice and how leadership is about service, really.
I love it. Anybody else have any specific growth point of the program that you've seen?
Yeah, talk offensively. I just feel like I really like how our offense is just. I can see the difference. How we're just embodying our offense and not just like. Not saying that it's the coach's offense, he's calling the play called, but it's actually our offense and we're just understanding it better, understanding the defenses better. And I just really think that can take us a step forward and just, if we're all on the same page, no matter what defense is showing us, I just think that's where the step ahead is coming in the pass game and in the run game. So, sure, yeah.
I want to pass it over. Anybody or Bryce? Nothing specific. They touched it.
Yeah, I feel like they touched that.
I feel like our program in general is just on a steady incline since I definitely got here for sure. Even like the teams that we're playing this year, like trying to make history. So
Love it. Obviously, you started in the NEC. Or at least when I came to game, we were in the NEC. Now we're independent, but everybody's vocal about trying to find a conference, and I mean, you're stepping up from the NEC regardless. So I think overall, it's a good direction. I want to talk. You talked about the offense, and I love how you said hour. Like it's not a play callers, it's not quarterbacks, it's not running backs, it's everybody's offense.
Yep.
I want to kind of talk about, though you're the leader of the offense, you're the quarterback. What have you guys seen from Cole, whether it be in the past couple of years or in spring ball specifically, maybe? What have you guys seen that the program's in good hands?
I'd say the biggest thing I see with Cole, I know the program is in good hands, is like, one is confidence. Two, how he responds when things goes wrong. Right? At the quarterback position, you don't want a guy that's all timid and he's always worried about maybe making that throw that's like 50-50 ball. You know what I'm saying? You want that guy that's like, you know what? I'm gonna make that throw. I trust my guys. And I believe in Cole. You know what I'm saying? I believe in Cole just with the way he approaches every single day. And then I've also seen things go wrong for Cole in practice, you know what I'm saying? I've seen things go wrong for Cole, but I've also seen Cole bounce right back. You know what I'm saying? So I think that just seeing those two things right there, and there's more things that I saw that give me a lot of confidence going into this next season. So yes, sir.
I love it. Kind of resilience. Like I feel like I'm a big NFL draft guy, like big NFL guy. I feel like people talk about Fernando Mendoza specifically, just because he's the guy right now. And they say resilience. Like when you make a mistake, you got to bounce back and learn from it. And I think that's exactly what you said about him. So, anybody else have anything to add on Cole?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Cole gonna bring the energy every day for practice. Even in the locker room, man, he gonna talk his talk before we even get out there. Before anything ever happens, he gonna bring the energy for sure. Confidence is definitely up there.
Love it.
Yeah.
I'd definitely say, yeah, especially when I got here in the fall. I feel like his confidence he was confident in the fall, but especially now in the spring, going against him, like, on defense, we run our defense and stuff, but like, he'll tell you, like, the ball's coming to you. So being a corner, I gotta, like, when I see him out there, definitely gotta be on my P's and Q's. He's gonna throw the fade ball. So it's like, being out there, just knowing he's gonna try me, even though, like, he know I'm a good defender, he's gonna try me. So I feel like, I think that's good in the quarterback right there.
Love it. Jason, what have you seen in Cole?
I'm agreeing with Honey. I was about to say his energy too. I just feel like he's going to hype everyone up, and he's going to like foster competition. And he's not afraid to like, just get things a little ruffled to, overall just up practice. Cause when we actually like want to beat each other, that's how we get better. And so it's not like, let's be nice to each other all the time. Like, all right, let's go. Like, do you want this or not? Like, yeah. And it's great to see that from the quarterback position of all places too, because you don't always get that. Yeah.
Especially at the quarterback position. Can you kind of tell me the difference, and anybody can comment on this, confidence versus learned confidence? Because you have to have the confidence to go in there and just bring that energy. But then, you can't trick your brain. Like, if you're not performing, can you still be confident? Like, what's the difference between...
Yeah. I mean, I think with everything you do, you should always be confident. I think confidence, like if you're not confident, like if I show up to a football game and I'm thinking to myself before the game, like, oh, these guys are better than us, like we can't get it done. Like I'm letting my team down and I'm letting myself down, because then I'm gonna go on that field and I'm gonna be thinking that. So I just think it's more of just like no matter what's going on in the game, you always have to be confident. I think if you throw an interception and it's like, okay, I made a mistake, but you still need to be confident the next drive that we're gonna put the ball in the end zone. So I really just think like having that. I'd call it like mature confidence. Like you don't want to be overconfident. I don't want to be like throwing a touchdown and be like bragging it in their face. It's like, You don't want to do that. I think it's more of just like make a good play, let them know you made a good play and get back and next play mentality. So I really just think it's like, yeah, just you have to be confident to be a skilled player at this level is how I kind of feel. Like I know all these guys are confident in themselves. Like I know Bert, like every time he straps some shit up, he's always confident. I know all these guys. I know Honey. Like we're all confident guys, and that's really how you become. I feel like a talented player. So,
I love it. Anybody have anything specific to add to that?
I was gonna say, confidence. You need confidence in everything you do. I try to tell some of the guys around me, just to play more confident, act more confident. Do everything with more confidence. But like you said, it's a difference. Confidence comes in preparation. And one of my coaches, my position coach, says all the time, you don't pray for the opportunity, you pray that you're prepared when the opportunity comes, right? So that confidence comes when you're ready for that moment, so you can be as confident as you want. You can come into the games with, all this confidence, but when you're not prepared, all that can just go right out the window.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it goes hand in hand. Preparation and confidence, they go hand in hand.
Last thing I would say is like he said, like, just trust the work, man. Trust the work you put in. Like, if you know you put the work in and day out, like, you should be out there confident. If you know you're not putting the work in, then it's like, all right, you might go out there a little hesitant. But if you're out there putting the work in and you know you're working on your technique, you're working on the things you need to work on, especially with your coach, going over the plays, like, you're going to go out there and play freely. And that's where the confidence comes in right there.
I love it. Cole, what have you learned in the past couple of years playing behind quarterbacks like E?
Yeah. Well, I just, it helps me understand the offense because, I mean, we're two different players, and I was different than the player before Aiden. I'm different than Aiden. So I just think it's a lot. It helps me understand the offense. I mean, I've seen Aiden make great plays. I've seen him make some mistakes. And I think learning from those mistakes and learning from those big plays. And I just think just learning from the things that he's done and kind of just playing my game.
I love it. Jason, you did a pro day with a couple of the other guys, right? Yeah. At Holy Cross. What was that experience like? When did you find out that you were going there? And what was the experience like?
So I found out I was going to that pro day officially probably like a week before it happened. And it was always kind of the plan to get to that pro day, but we never knew if it was really guaranteed. So, I mean, at first I thought it was good, but then I found out halfway, it's like, I mean, we might not be able to get you in. And I'm talking to my teammates like if we just put all that training in to not be able to do a pro day, like that's gonna be crazy. But I found out we're gonna be able to get in, all my teammates get in. And it felt really good to be able to put the work I put into fruition and like being able to get some like good results that I wanted to. And also just like having someone there that's looking at you and they have an NFL logo on their chest. And I just think like like if 10-year-old me could see that, he would be, so proud, and he'd be like so surprised of how far we've come. And just to be able to have that opportunity to do something in front of just an NFL. I mean, Patriots are my favorite team too, but just NFL in general. I think that was a blessing, and like I'm very thankful to be able to do that.
I love it.
Yeah.
I want to we talked about the Florida game, but overall last season, what were the thoughts? What were the learning lessons? Like, what went right? What went wrong? What did you guys learn? And for the guys that are coming back next season, what are you going to do to bring that into the next season? And if you're not coming back this next season, what did you learn that you can bring further into life?
I'd say the biggest thing is like, holding it together, being able to respond when things go wrong. We had a lot of guys get hurt this last year, so it's hard to kind of like police a group when you have a lot of older guys and like leaders get hurt. A lot of the vocal guys that will have a voice in the team, realistically. So I found out in those moments where things got tough, instead of bending, we would break. At times we would break. And we just need to learn to, deal with those moments better. I think that for this next year's team, we have, some newcomers, some transfers, some young guys. Really talented group though, really talented group. And I think that these guys just need to be battle tested, some people that have not had these experiences just yet need to have these experiences. They need to like know how to deal with this experience. They need to like, learn from guys like me. I've been here for a long time now. So I can help them with these experiences, and we're gonna give ourselves, certain moments, simulations to try to get close to these moments. But that's like the biggest thing we're gonna need for this next year, just understanding how to respond in those hard, tough moments.
I'd say the same thing, just holding on. I feel like it was at one point during the season when a lot of our guys were hurt that just like it just didn't really feel the same, and like I feel like you felt we were kind of down. And it kind of just like, I guess it ended up showing in game because we were going on a losing streak, not winning very many games. And I feel like for me, like I was one of those people who were hurt. Like, I was kind of like just focused on like my rehab, but I do feel like looking back, I kind of shut down as a leader. I didn't really say much, and like a lot of the thoughts in my head were like, if I can't even like help out on the field, and like why am I gonna bother like what am I really leading and stuff like that. But I feel like a good lesson is like to not underestimate like what your voice can do. And I'm not talking about just like a captain or a leader, like don't underestimate like the effect that what you say can have on your teammate, the rest of your team. Because like you never know how it might just give people like more hope or something like that.
I would say, like, definitely with taking what they said, like gelling together, like hanging on. I feel like holding each other to accountable to like the duties and the jobs that we have on this team too. Like often in our position group, we always try to like hold each other accountable. Like whatever job you have, whether you have short stick to the B gap or if you got to hold that gap, not get reached, like. I feel like we have to do that more as a team, other than letting the coaches say it, like when we're watching film, but like on the field, like when we make a mistake, having fast acceptance in whatever we do. Fast acceptance, number one. And number two, snapping back out of it. Get back in tune with what's going on, what the play is, get the call faster, and execute your job. I feel like we could definitely do better, and I feel like we are going to improve on that.
I love it. Bertin, how about you? What did you learn from last season that you're taking into this next season?
I kind of learned a lot. I feel like because I kind of like my whole point of me like leaving tech was to come here and just get thrown in the fire. And me getting thrown in the fire kind of made me like grow up and see how like, all right, this is how fast the game's gonna be moving. This is how fast it's gonna be. Like another thing, like we say in our DB room is like next play mentality. Cause like, bro, like your quarterback could throw a good ball, bro. You might get a ball caught on you. Like especially at DB, like it's next play mentality. So I feel like as a whole, like he said, fast acceptance, but like not just in the DB room, we gotta do that all around. Like sometimes you might get beat at the end, you might come off the line, you might get blocked. Like it's just fast acceptance and next play mentality, just going there and just being able to this past year just made me like really think like, okay, like I seen the good, I seen the bad, and like it's not that big as you think it is. So just go out there to continue to play, just next play mentality for real.
Love it. Cole, anything to add?
Yeah, I'm just something I feel like just from watching last year is just like I feel like sometimes we go into games and we'd be up before halftime and we go into halftime and I just feel like sometimes we came out dead and I just hope for something that I hope the guys really that we get better at this year is just closing out games and winning those tight games because I just feel like that was some of our problem last year. It was just coming out flat after halftime and offensively especially, and I just feel like we really need to come out after halftime and play the game 0-0 and put points on the board. So it's really something we need to work on.
That's awesome. Spring ball. How did the practices go? How was the spring game?
Practices was very competitive between the offense and defense, and definitely some highs for the O's, some highs for the defense, and both for the lows. But I feel like it was a good spring, man. I feel like a lot of kids got better. Like Rajahn said, like we got a lot of new people in the program, like young kids that finally getting to step up and play in their role. We got some transfers. Like everybody's starting to like understand. Like you're gonna play next year. Like it's time. It's your time now. So the spring went good. The spring game went good. I think it was definitely competitive. Offense had some highs. Defense had some highs. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited for the summer. I'm excited for the fall, just to continue to grow and build because I like this team. I feel like we have a lot of potential. So I think the spring went good.
Looking ahead to next season, what are the vibes? Like there's big games. There's Rhode Island, Wake Forest, Delaware, Tarleton State. What are you guys most excited about? What do you think is a strength of the team this next season?
I think our competitiveness, right, from top down. So I don't think we see a game on the schedule and we're scared. You know, I don't think none of these guys up here, not Compoh not playing no more, but none of these guys up here are scared of that competition. So, you know, we're just looking forward to this next season with straight positivity. It's going to be good games, you know what I'm saying? That's going to be straight opportunities. So it'll be great. I think our biggest strength, like I said, is our competitiveness to go into that game and just not care. We're going to beat them. Peace out.
Well,
Yeah.
anything else on that?
Yeah, I just like what he said about opportunities. I mean, if I just look at the schedule, I just see a bunch of opportunities. We got a bunch of ranked teams on that schedule and gives us a chance to be ranked. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I just think it's opportunities to put Merrimack on the map. So that's really how I see it.
Well then. I just kind of want to give you guys the floor before we end. Anything else you kind of want to say just for the Merrimack community, for anyone that may be listening?
Just want to say, stay tuned, man. We're going to put on a great show for y'all. Appreciate y'all watching. I definitely appreciate Jack.
Appreciate you guys.
Appreciate you, man.
I
All right, guys.
Appreciate it.